Arknights just dropped an announcement way more important than the upcoming anniversary event. Their legendary collab skins from back in the day are coming to global. Or not? Or only to the JP server? Then what about the EN server? What is even happening? Let's talk about everything. Hopefully this will clarify things for you, my friend. It all started on the livestream for the 4th anniversary on the Arknights JP servers. On there, they announced that the collab skins will become available on JP after essentially being only available on CN for an insanely long time. As far as I understood it, JP players will be able to get them in a similar way to how it worked on CN back in the day. If you speak Japanese, then please confirm that in the comments. So that's what's happening over there on that server. Then what about us on EN? Well, for now, we have just a tweet. Dear Doctor, we are actively negotiating with the copyright holder to introduce the City Rider series to EN server. Other related items will be available in future updates. Please stay tuned. You know what? We should go back to the beginning. It is the year 2019. Arknights had only been out on its CN servers for a couple of months, and the young game announced a collab with KFC. The core of the collab were 3 different in-game skins for 3 different operators: Ifrit, Croissant and Exia. Ifrit is just vibing with a bucket in her hands. If we don't pay any attention to the flamethrower around her, then this is probably one of the most wholesome skins in the entirety of Arknights ever. Especially after having read the Rhinelab manga, this one just hits differently. Croissant is doing some weird stuff here, combining French pastry with glizzies. Not a combination I would go for, personally. She's probably become one of those viral food hack TikTokers. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but this might be one of the few skins in the entire game that actually has the word Arknights written on it. Exia, probably the best one of the 3. Girl is just chilling with her modified Vector next to her bike and stuff, and her outfit is so Arknights. Look, she is wearing a short white jacket there, and then on top of that she is just wearing a layer of see-through plastic. That is so Arknights. The skins are all proper quality stuff. While I usually don't like skins in which the operators look happy, these ones defo hit the spot. The collab was pretty simple. Go to the chicken house, stuff your mouth with thighs and breasts, and receive in-game content as a reward. That is for Croissant and Exia. The Ifrit skin was actually available through in-game missions. Lovely stuff. The thing is though, this happened far over 4 years ago, almost half a decade ago. Looking back at it, 2019 feels like a different universe. Like, back then Arknights Global did not even exist yet at all, apart from a couple of trailers on the official YouTube channel. Arknights Global, that's us by the way, would become a thing in early 2020. The global servers would operate and still do operate on a bit of a delay. Whatever gets released on CN will be released on Global about half a year later. Global followed the event timeline of the original servers pretty accurately, but when the time for them skins to hit us arrived, nothing happened. The entirety of 2020 passed by and again, nothing happened. In 2021, global servers received this Cliffheart skin right here, which up until then had been a part of a collab with the WWF that happened on CN, but when it came to the chicken, nothing. And people care way more about fast food than about nature and wildlife, so there was a decent bit of discontent in the community, which honestly is understandable. Like, of course, nobody likes the feeling of region-locked content. For me personally though, I have to say I never really cared too much about this entire thing. Like, don't get me wrong, nothing better than consuming chopped off chicken legs. It's just that it doesn't exist in my area at all. I would literally have to drive for multiple hours to get to one. In fact, the last time I got some was when I was traveling through Poland together with my family, like years ago. Listen, if I want fast food, I get it from one of the local Bossman shops in my area. Anyway, so these skins never made it out of the CN servers, and the only 2 ways to have a KFC experience on the global servers was to A. Go and put on the Hellagir skin, zoom in and then squint your eyes real hard until he starts to look like the funny man on the visual novel cover. Or B. Use Fia Meta. She's a chicken, look it up. And as time went on, people slowly stopped to care. This would pretty much be a one-time thing though. Every other collab that Arknights has had ever since then would appear on all of the servers. Monster Hunter, Rainbow Six Siege, the little guy from the animation show, Nine Colored Deer, the WWF thing we mentioned earlier, and I'm sure that if the Destiny collab ever happens, we will also get that one everywhere too. It's really only this skin group. Then everything would change now, so many years later, when the collab was announced to come to JP on the anniversary stream just a couple of days ago. And not only that, they also got a cute animation PV along that, in which all my fellas do be munchin' though. Now, what about us? Will the chicken shop date ever come to the EN server too? Well, the tweet has got a couple of things to point out. And yes, it's called a tweet. You're not gonna catch me ever calling this an XNXX or something. So, first of all, they are still negotiating for these things to come to EN at all. They specifically mention the City Rider, which as far as I know is the name of just the Exia skin. Also, we get the mention of other related items, which in my opinion probably maybe refers to the other two skins of the collab. Whatever that one is about, it seems like Arknights EN is still cooking right now. From this tweet we can take away that the legendary collab skins are not yet confirmed to be released on the EN servers. They are still negotiating over it happening. And while this will be disappointing to many of you, I think we gotta give them a bit of credit there. Like, negotiating over a collab like this for the entire planet with all of the different branches and stuff, that must be a nightmare. And while I of course hope that the negotiations succeed, even if they don't, I still do appreciate the fact that they tried, and the fact that they publicly addressed it at all. Like, that's a common Arknights W. Honestly, just seeing so many people talk about these skins again is giving me crazy nostalgia. Are there any OGs here who remember what Arknights was like 4 years ago? Back when everything was new and exciting. We had a meme contest on the official channel. These skins were the talk of town, and the fact that a red-haired woman would just randomly shout about food items was considered to be the funniest thing in the world. I just hope that if we will ever be able to get them, we can get them through the in-game store, because my brother, going on the journey to the nearest Kentucky shop would probably cost me an entire day of my life, and I can't be having that. I'm on my 2024 grind. New video tomorrow, by the way. Also, being able to just get them from inside of the game itself is something that just would make a lot of sense for global, right? Like, an actual store event does make sense if it's only in one single country or region, but I know my analytics well. You guys, representing the EN server, are literally spread out over the entire planet. Organizing a collab for you people is probably crazy work. And now, a moment of silence for all the people who dropped Arknights before these skins might come to us. Okay, the moment is over, it's their fault for not continuing to play. So what is there to say in the end? There's a chance for these skins to come to EN. The chance is not 100%, but also not 0%. I know I am very bad at maths. At this point, nothing is confirmed. Maybe for the 5th anniversary, who knows? Speaking of anniversary though, you should check out this video right here, where we go over all of the details of something that's 100% confirmed. The anniversary event that is coming out tomorrow. Cheers!